Morning guys, how you doing? Welcome to the morning show. So as soon as you come on, please do hit the blue like button, boom boom. Please do make a little comment about that you're in and you're watching so that I know who's watching and who isn't. I'll be looking out for you. So today we're going to talk about how everything will change. And basically what I want to talk about is that when you decide that you're going to improve your life, when you decide you're going to start making changes and the changes that we do have to make, that's going to have knock-on effects to make other changes. Okay, so change is amongst us, all right? Is among us, sorry, not amongst. So let me give you an example. So when I joined the Marines, when I was in training, what I thought or how I thought I saw the world was going to dramatically change. Through the 32 weeks of training, I was continuously pushed physically and mentally, and I was constantly shown that I was able to achieve a much higher level of fitness, thinking. I was able to achieve a lot higher level of learning, personal development, and what came with that was a change of mindset and the way that I thought. You know, the way that I saw my friends back home was different. The way that I saw my future was different. The way that I conducted myself was very different. And that's because, in the most extreme way, I was going from one lifestyle to the other lifestyle. And my lifestyle before joining the military was one of really lack of focus, lack of habits. I wasn't very content. I had no fulfillment. You know, I just would exist through one day after the other, and that would be my life. And the reason that I joined the Marines was because I wanted to change. It was because I wanted to see the world. I wanted to have a purpose. I wanted to be part of something that I knew was going to make me a much better version of myself. And everything changed. Everything changed. My friend groups, my conversations when I'm out, or everything. The way that I used to talk, the way that I used to walk, at the end of 32 weeks, I was a different guy. I was really a very different guy. Now, when we put that into your everyday real life and my everyday real life right now, is that when I look at my last 6 years of my journey, and from that point where I was in a very bad place, where I was consuming alcohol, where I was constantly stressed out, where I was constantly lost, morning Mark, to the place where I am now, there's massive change again. There's evolution. And what happens is that you end up changing your friend groups, you end up changing your beliefs, you end up changing your thought process, you end up changing the people you hang around with. And what happens is that when you decide to commit to yourself, when you kind of go to yourself, do you know what, I'm going to start being a little bit healthier, I'm going to start being more active, I'm going to the gym more, I'm going to make sure that I'm more focused on myself, more focused on my time, more focused on my life balance, giving more attention to my wife, to my kids. What tends to happen is that the way that you will see the world will change. And then when you see all of your mates, all of the guys that are down the pub drinking, you won't want to do that anymore. When you are being distracted away from your fitness routine and everything's trying to pull you away, you'll be a lot stronger and a lot more resilient. When you are playing with the kids, you're going to be a lot healthier. You're going to have lots more energy to deal with them. The focus towards your family is going to be a lot stronger. And what you're slowly doing is becoming a much better version of yourself. So it's always looking after that tomorrow of you. Okay, and that's what you're more focused on, rather than just fighting through. Rather than just crawling in trenches, doing the same old shit that you keep doing, saying the same things that you keep saying. I'm going to change. This has got to change. I need to do something. Instead of that, you're doing something, you're looking for new opportunities, new goals, new drives, new passions, and you're evolving as a human being. And that's what I did when I was in the military, when I was in the Royal Marines. And even when I passed out of Royal Marines, when I passed out as a fresh soldier to somebody, then it was a Sergeant Royal Marine physical trainer, 6-7 years later, the way that I thought and conducted again was very different. And that's part of the evolution of getting older. But when you make some changes, when you decide that you're going to commit to a healthier lifestyle, to concentrating more on yourself, to prioritising yourself more, you think differently. You want to be around a particular type of person. You think a lot more positive, a lot more successful, a lot more driven, a lot more passionate and obsessive. And that's one of the massive benefits of learning to develop yourself. And when it comes to developing yourself, I always think about my 4 categories. Now, if you follow me, you know these. It's your health, it's your career and business, it's your relationships, and it's your personal development. These are 4 areas of our life that cover the whole part, I feel, and it kind of covers every aspect of what we live. Relationships is in terms of your partner, your children, your friends, your work, the people that you hang around with, the health elements of your life, your fitness element, your nutrition element, your mental well-being element. Okay, looking at those things and how you can grow in those areas, how you can develop in those areas, how you'll change as you go through those growths, how the gym and fitness will become a priority over anything else, how wanting to eat well will be a must as you get older, with lots of risk of ill health, heart disease, other stuff that goes on, because you'll just want to do that. But you'll also be watching an awful lot of people crumbling, going the other way. And the other thing that you look at is the way that you develop personally. Morning, Pete. Morning, Stu. Is when you personally develop. When you start personally developing and you dedicate to improving yourself, things like going down the pub don't matter anymore. Those habits have gone, those habits have changed, and you think differently, remember. And the same with your career and your work, and how ambitious you become with your work, how driven you become with your business, how focused you become. And I can see, in the last 6 years, I can see the difference when I very first started a business and I didn't even know what a P&L sheet was, to then suddenly running at the Dad Coach, which is this year going to be running worldwide, and it's very difficult to understand unless you change the concepts that you have and the way that you think, and the people that your time becomes a lot more precious, the people that you hang about with. You allow people into your life or you don't allow people into your life, and those things change. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think the whole morning Nathan, how's it going, brother? I think the whole purpose of this morning show this morning and this content is to say you will change, and there's nothing wrong with that. You will leave people behind. You will leave old habits behind. You will strive for even more success as you move forwards. All right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just improving your life. And what you have to do is you have to have that want to improve yourself. You should be looking for that change. Everything is about to change for you. Those who are about to embark on a journey, you're going to see things differently. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to be more driven. But you're going to leave certain things behind. And that is fine. All right? I hope that helps. I just think sometimes you need clarity, or someone just to say it's okay if things are changing and you're leaving people behind. But have a cracking day, and I will catch you tomorrow for Friday Vibes.